Welcome to part 7 of my build of the quarter-scale Jerry Bates Cessna 172 Skyhawk. This video is a slideshow with a voiceover of some pictures I took while building it. Day 37. Now we come to putting the side windows on. Here I have put the side panels in place and drawn the outline, or should I say inline, of the windows on the balsa. And here I have drawn another line 3 millimeters to the outside of the other line. This way the clear plastic will sit inside the panel. Here I have cut the windows out along the outer line. I can later use these cutouts to cut the plastic so it will fit exactly in the opening. And so the next task is to glue down the 0.8 millimeter plywood panel. While the glue is drying, I can make up the roof of the cockpit. It works like a lid is held under the front beam and screwed into the back beam. Some Cessnas had windows in the roof, but not TFFRU. Day 38. In order to glue down the window panels where the cabin is rounded, I need to use very strong clamps and a lot of water. The water softens the plywood and prevents it from cracking when I push it down. While the glue dries, I can put the sticky outie thingy cap on the rudder and fin. This cap is not found on all Cessna 172s, but TFFRU had it, so I must replicate it. I started by putting the rudder on the fin, and then I glued 8 by 5 millimeter balsa strips on either side of them. Then I cut some 3 by 3 millimeter strips and glued them above and below the other strips. I then went to town with some P120 sandpaper until everything was well rounded. The tape marks where the plate boundaries are. I will sand the filler down to the tape, and this gives me the plate ridges you can see in the photo above. Then I slathered a lot of filler onto the cap that I will sand down tomorrow when it has dried. The lights will come later. Day 39. The filler was dry and I could sand it down to shape. The top cap thingy on the fin and rudder are now ready. How to make overlapping plates. There are many plate joins on this aeroplane, and all of them overlapping. To do this, you put down some tape where the overlap is supposed to be. Then you add the filler to one side of the tape. When it has dried, you can sand it down to the tape. After the filler has been sanded down, you can pull the tape off and it looks like an overlapping plate join. Day 40. Cessnas are known for the corrugations on their control surfaces. Jerry Bates suggests that we go to Park Flyer Plastics, who have the sheets of the corrugations in the correct scale, as well as many other accessories for scale models. I ordered 7 sheets and they arrived quickly and safe. Keith Sparks at Park Flyer Plastics suggests the use of spray contact glue for gluing them down, and I bought a can of this in the local hardware store. Here the glue has been sprayed on and is drying off before pressing the parts together. It's a good idea to mask off the parts where you do not want the glue to go. And here the plastic corrugation sheets have been glued on and cut to the outline of the elevator. When the elevators have been added to the stab, it looks decidedly like a Cessna. Day 41. Above the flaps, I need to put a 50mm strip of 1.5mm thick G10. I do not have this material, so I must improvise. I bought a 1mm balsa board and glued 0.3mm strips of ProSkin on either side. Here we see these strips ready for sanding. And here they are, dry fitted to the wing. I cannot glue these down until I have the flap hinges, which are still somewhere in America. Now I have decided to make up the wing struts. Slick included some nice sticks of boxwood for these. I only had to add a 6mm strip of balsa to the trailing edge. Here we see the ends of the struts. I have already started planing and sanding the leading edge of one of them. And here they are, ready for application and some coffee. Day 42. I put glass fibre on the struts and covered them with peel ply. And after a little sanding and some primer, they look like this. Now I will have to sand them and film, primer, sand, etc. Then I can use them to hold the wings when I get to finish those. I contacted Phil Craft of Fighter Aces in England and asked him if they are making a cowling for the C-172. He said they were not, but that he had a copy of the plans to make a plug and that I could have a copy if I wanted to make one myself. I printed the plans and cut out the parts and glued them onto some 4mm plywood. And here are the parts ready. I dry fitted them together to see how they fit. This cowling will be fairly large when and if I finish it.